SpaceX or Tesla? So Elon Musk climbs onto the Tesla earnings call and floats, merging it with SpaceX. Yes, SpaceX, the most hyped stock of the year. It went public just 6 weeks ago and it was the biggest IPO in history. And it already trades under its IPO price, down about 40% from its June high. Now, imagine you bought that SpaceX IPO on day one. 6 weeks later, you are deep underwater. By the end of this video, you'll know what Elon has up his sleeve and whether you should touch either stock. If you built the perfect stock story, what would it even look like? A genius founder that everyone knows. Rockets that fly up in the air and land themselves. Satellites beaming internet to the entire planet. Data centers in space, so no worries about water for cooling or bogging down the electrical grid. And a bold promise to put people on Mars. Add a cult following that can't stop arguing online. Guess what? That is SpaceX. In June, it finally sold shares to the public via an IPO or initial public offering. IPOs are notoriously bad investments that quietly cost regular people money. Investment bankers time the IPO around peak valuation and market optimism. An Apollo study shows underperformance of IPOs since 2019 and poor performance over the last 4 decades. My advice is to wait until an IPO falls below its initial price, which is bound to happen as lockups expire and founders exit. If you want to know how to determine the real value of any stock, scan the QR code on the screen. So why did everyone pile into this thing? SpaceX is not some risky science project. For years, you could not even buy a single share. It stayed private, locked away from the average investor. SpaceX is really 3 businesses stacked into one. Rockets, satellite internet, and now AI. The rockets are the cheapest ride to orbit. Starlink is the money machine sitting on top. Internet service anywhere on Earth. Over 10 million Starlink customers by March. That alone was $11.4 billion last year. And that is about 61% of the whole company. They claim a total addressable market worth $28 trillion. They say this is the biggest market opportunity in all of history. Starlink even works on planes and ships now. And Elon keeps selling the Mars dream hard. At its June peak, it was worth $2.6 trillion. On paper, the most valuable IPO ever. Musk became the world's first trillionaire, but it didn't last long. The company loses billions of dollars every year. It lost $4.9 billion last year alone. One more catch. Elon Musk controls the votes. You buy in and he stays fully in charge no matter what. So what finally brought this rocket crashing back to Earth? The thing that beat the hype is pretty boring. It's called supply and demand. Too many shares and not enough buyers. At first, almost no stock was for sale. Only about 5% of the company floated. Tiny supply, giant demand, the price ripped. The whole IPO was financial engineering. But the insiders are under a lockup, which is a rule that freezes their selling. And that lockup does not last forever. So we need to watch the clock on this stock. Rewind back to day one, back on June 12th. It priced at $135 a share. It opened near $150 and ripped higher. For a few days, it looked unstoppable. Then on June 16th, it peaked near $225. After that, it slides day after day. By June 16th, it closes at $131. That's below the $135 IPO price. And the big wave has not even hit yet. The first insiders can sell after earnings. That is expected around August 6th. Up to 1.37 billion shares can unlock then. About 911 million in the first wave alone. The IPO itself only sold 639 million shares. So the tradable supply could quadruple right as employees can finally cash out. They have waited years for this payday. More sellers than buyers, you know how that ends. It will drag the price straight down. Even the bulls admit that the peak was silly. And remember, Starlink is getting cheaper too. Revenue per user fell from $99 to $66. And the company sits on $29 billion in debt. Insiders are sitting on huge gains. They bought in years ago dirt cheap. Now they can finally turn that paper into cash. And human nature says a lot of them will. And the pool of buyers to soak up those shares is a lot thinner. The retail rush has already cooled off. Meanwhile, the losses keep piling up, billions out the door every single year. But do not write off SpaceX just yet. Starlink is very real and growing fast. Subscribers nearly doubled in a single year. The business is winning, but the stock is bleeding. So, why would Elon Musk pull his strangest move now? On the Tesla earnings call, Elon hinted at a merger. An analyst asked him about it straight up. Why not just combine the two companies? Elon did not shut the idea down. He pointed to a project called Terafab, a giant chip factory that they build together. Tesla needs it to scale up robots. They even signed a framework agreement. His AI, Grok, is going into the cars.
Hey Grok, what's the best burger place near me?
I don't have specific info on burger spots in your area, but I can suggest some popular ones based on what's trending.
Starlink is going into the cybercab too. The wiring between them is already done. But the part that nobody clocks, look at Tesla's profit this quarter. Almost none of it came from selling cars. About 750 million was just a paper gain. And that gain was on its own stake in SpaceX of all things. A paper win, not cash in the door. Tesla's operating profit from selling cars and battery packs, just $398 million. So the headline profit leaned on SpaceX. But SpaceX has since dropped 30%, so that paper win flips to a loss next quarter. Now, watch the timing of all this. He leaves a giant merger open right as bull stocks badly need a lift. A $3 trillion Elon conglomerate. And he sits on both sides of the table. He controls 85% of SpaceX votes, and he owns only about 20% of Tesla. Think about how strange that Tesla profit is. A car company propped up by a rocket stock, and that rocket stock is now falling. So, a merger headline is perfect cover, a shiny future to hide a bleak today. If you keep finding out things far too late, scan the QR code on the screen to be ahead of the curve. So, to judge this, we need to pull his receipts. Receipt number 1, Tesla buys Solar City in an all-stock deal. Critics screamed that it was a bailout. Many people called it self-dealing. And Elon chaired both companies at that time. Sound familiar yet? Tesla Energy is a real business now. It deployed 13.5 gigawatt hours last quarter. So he earned real trust on that one. Receipt number 2, he buys Twitter for $44 billion. And he bought it right at the very top. Then he renamed the whole thing X. And most of that value simply vanished. Tens of billions gone in just a few months. The banks got stuck holding the debt, and buyers who followed him in got crushed. So, one deal built wealth, one deal torched it. Receipt 3, his AI startup buys X in an all-stock deal. A deal that valued X at $33 billion. All stock means that no cash changes hands. You get paid in shares, not dollars. And he set the price on both sides. Tesla put $2 billion into XAI. Then SpaceX bought XAI. So that $2 billion turned into SpaceX shares. Now comes the biggest one of them all. SpaceX and Tesla into one Elon conglomerate. By one count, this would be his 4th deal like this. So, do you see the pattern yet? Every single one is an all-stock deal. No cash to be raised via debt. And every time, he is on both sides. So he gets to set the price and terms. Tesla already owns a slice of SpaceX. SpaceX bought 697 million of Tesla batteries, plus 131 million in Tesla Cybertrucks. They already share chips, cash, and people. This merger would just make it official. So let's do the math on this one. SpaceX is valued near 1.75 trillion. Tesla is worth about 1.6 trillion. Merge them near those two prices and Tesla holders carry the risk. Ross Gerber, a longtime Tesla investor, sees SpaceX swallowing Tesla, and I tend to agree. When one of Tesla's biggest investors says that, we need to listen up. So, how likely is this merger really? The loudest voice in here is Dan Ives at Wedbush. He is the biggest Tesla bull on Wall Street, and he puts the odds at 80% plus. He calls the deal Elon's holy grail, and he even sees it done by early 2027. When the biggest bull is that sure, you listen up.
And to that point, I mean, we believe over the next year, we've talked about over an 80% chance that Tesla and SpaceX ultimately merge. Because I think that's part of the broader plan, specifically when it comes to AI, data, and all under that Musk ecosystem, especially from a control perspective.
Betting markets are a little bit cooler, a little more than 50% chance by May of 2027. But almost nobody's betting against it. The market is basically expecting it. The only real questions are when and how. Hear it in his own words. He says that there is, quote, more and more overlap, but it needs, quote, the appropriate process. Translation, he did not say no. The whole setup is already built, and Wall Street itself is torn on this. After earnings, the consensus stayed at hold. Analysts trimmed their price target across the board. Now's the time to listen up because this is not Elon's money, it's yours. Buying today just to speculate the merger would be gambling. So here's how we can cut right through it. In a likely all-stock merger, owning either one is a claim on both. Ask which side is cheaper for what you get. If the merger odds keep climbing, the cheaper stock is the better buy. And this works on any all-stock merger, not just this one. Run that one question and you stop guessing. Scan the QR code on the screen to learn more. Now, that Tesla side of the trade. Record revenue over $28 billion. And the stock still dropped 14%. Best sales ever and the stock still tanked. That wiped out nearly $200 billion of value. Record deliveries and still a profit miss. Free cash flow even turned negative. Is this a gift or a warning? Last Friday, I broke Tesla stock down to the nuts and bolts. I personally own Tesla and I would eye SpaceX under 100. So watch one thing, the merger odds. If they climb, buy the cheaper side, not the hype. Would you take Tesla, SpaceX, or neither? Let me know in the comments below. As always, be relentless.